It's about time we're back.
Live again.
Should we tell them what's been going on for like the past 2.5 months?
Yeah, the reason that we've been months on months late for this.
Yeah. So, we uploaded the second episode, and then after that, we were just too busy with work because we work 5 days a week during the summer. And then on weekends, we would just chill and relax. We didn't really want to do it. We thought, let's give it a 2-week break and wait. And then we just kind of got lazy.
And I also work 2 jobs, so
Yeah.
I had weekend shifts as well.
Yeah, and then we were going to do it one night, but then we went to a concert.
Yeah.
Or no.
Yeah, we were gonna record, and then we ended
Yeah,
up
but that was
Instagram instead.
That was after what I was about to say, though. But we were going to record soon again, and then we got a flood in Iowa, and then my basement flooded. I had to deal with that. And then we were going to do it, and then as Nick said, we went to a Phantom Grams concert, and just were like, you know what, whatever. We'll do it next time. And then I forgot I was going out of town for half a week to South Dakota, and then when I got back, he was in Minneapolis. So it was a lot.
I just got back yesterday.
Yeah,
From
yesterday.
Minneapolis, and then my dad ended up heading back today, so I ended up being free. And
Yeah.
then here we are.
Yeah,
live
here we
again,
are.
finally.
Before we start this podcast, we have a slight announcement to make regarding some future projects that we may or may not be involved in. Well, actually may, because we are involved in it.
Yeah, I recently came up with an idea for a clothing line called Outcast. And so we're going to start working on some designs and some logistics for that really soon. Hopefully by next podcast we'll at least have a link up so we can maybe start selling some stuff and get that stuff out for sure.
Yeah. We'll link it down in our Instagram pages and in the description down below once we finalize everything and where these shirts can be purchased from.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We also need to upload on the main YouTube channel, but I've been holding off on a video for a while because I finally went back and I finished editing it, but I actually went back and watched the whole thing, and it was the cringe was too much because it's our first video. We don't know what we're doing. I think we could do a lot better.
Yeah, we've also talked about a couple ideas for videos as well of like some new stuff that we would want to try out.
Yeah.
More of short film style rather than like reaction stuff, but
Yeah. Like I feel like I just don't want to be constricted to just commentary kind of videos. Like it'd be cool to do short skits and stuff.
yeah, and we don't really want to be the mainstream like reaction channel like everybody's trying to do nowadays.
Yeah.
But well, let's react to this. One thing that's been pretty popular within the last couple days is the In My Feelings challenge,
Yeah.
the new Drake song. Well, if we want to kick off a little music talk here, I think Drake's new album is fire.
Bro, this man released the fact that he had a son on the album. What a goat.
Yeah, I like the album. Also, Rolling Papers 2, Wiz Khalifa.
Mm-hmm.
Bars. Yeah, that's a great album as well.
Yeah, I haven't gotten around to that one yet, but
Penthouse is really good. Also, Something New with Ty Dolla $ign is a great song. Speaking of Wiz, I also saw that he lives in a $4.6 million house in LA
Jesus.
with a full weed bar.
I've been getting into Phantom Grams since we went to the concert. I listened to a couple of their songs before, but I didn't really get into it. But I like when we saw them live, it was kind of a big difference.
Yeah.
It was like it wasn't a boring concert by any means. It was just full of energy, full of alcohol, and full of weed. You could smell it in the air. And sweaty balls.
One interesting thing that I saw that they did in their concert is like normally when you're playing at a big venue, you do have the 2 screens on the side so the people in the back can see what's going on. Theirs was all like kind of just distorted in like black and white.
Yeah, that was weird. Like,
I mean, we weren't in the back by any means. We were probably
we moved up to like
back.
the middle.
Yeah.
By the end of it.
But yeah, I noticed that they did like the old style distorted, like you'd see in the rock videos where it like switches the camera.
Yeah. Excuse me. I did that off the mic, but I can still hear it in my mic.
Yeah, it still picked it up.
That was a good one.
Oh yeah. Nice and deep like.
You want to talk about our trips real quick, and then we can get into it?
Yeah, for sure.
I think it can just be on this podcast will be about vacations. Just total. Since we were on a 3-month fucking vacation, basically, from the podcast.
Yeah. Well, the beginning of our vacation was really just being busy, not really having time to sit down and legitly talk and upload and stuff like that. And then I went to Minneapolis for a little over a week to visit my dad and just kind of hung out and saw some movies and just enjoyed the city. Enjoyed the weather.
Yeah, that sounds lit, dude.
Yeah.
Damn. It's 2018. I just said lit. Fuck.
We went to the X Games on Thursday. There was some free stuff over there. Minneapolis actually signed for like 3 years worth of like, yeah, we'll take it on. So they got 3 years of the X Games. And it's always a lot of fun. Even though we don't really watch the events, we kind of just do whatever. But
yeah. Still, like, I'd like to go to an X Games event. Those look pretty fun.
Yeah, they're it's cool. And my dad and I were talking about how it doesn't really amaze us as much as it probably should. Like, I feel like we don't give them as much credit of like how hard the stuff that they're doing is. But
for those who don't know, I just ripped ass on the podcast.
Yeah, and I heard it in the mic. I heard a little clap.
Sorry that my ass interrupted your story. You can keep going.
But yeah, I feel like people really don't give them enough credit for how hard the stuff is they do. But then on the other hand, it's like not that impressive, I guess.
I feel like you can just go on YouTube and watch skaters and bikers do that stuff, but seeing it in person makes a difference. Yeah,
and once you see a couple of guys do like a stunt, then you kind of set a bar for it, and if the next person doesn't meet it, then you're like, well, that's not impressive, even though their trick could be just as hard. Yeah. But then you went to South Dakota.
Oh, yes, I did. It was about a 9.5-hour drive. We split it up into 2 days on the way up. Wasn't too bad. We stayed in a decent hotel. We went to a nice restaurant. It was like a little home-style restaurant. It was pretty good. I ordered a 8-pound steak or 8 whatever.
8 pounds or 8 ounces?
8 ounces. I'm so tired.
8 pounds.
8-pound steak. All meat. If you want to be in the gym getting gains, you got to eat an 8-pound steak every day, all day. Then you got to lift about 250 pounds. Anyways, no, I ordered an 8-ounce, and I was like, all right, I'm about to dig in. I've been driving all day. It's going to be nice. It comes out looking like it's as big as my big toe. It's very small. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It was very good, but I was like, all right, already off to a decent start. So we leave the next day, and we head up to the Badlands, which is pretty cool. It's just a desert, and you can hike there and all that stuff. And our friend JT, he texted me when I was there. He's like, what are you doing today? Because he's been up to South Dakota. And I'm like, oh, we're just hiking through the Badlands. He's like, what the hell? I'm like, what? He's like, last time I went through there, I couldn't hike. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, we couldn't find anywhere to park. There's no parking spots, and we couldn't go anywhere. Well, I'm like, there's parking spots all over the trail. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to tell you. But we did that. It was like a slip and slide climbing up those rocks. Not for me personally. I only fell like 1 or 2 times, which isn't too bad. But there's people like just grinding down their ass on the pebbles downhill on these mountains. And then we looked at some goats that were nearby, and we got to the hotel late. We did a couple other stuff. We went to Wall Drug.
Oh, yeah, that's like their big popular store, right?
Well, yeah, it's like a little small western town that was popular with outlaws. Like every store you went into was the same. They sold cowboy hats. They sold fucking gun holsters. Like, not even shitting you, gun holsters. And then, like, they had boots. They had and then they sold knives, and they would sell some stuff like from, because I guess Billy the Kid was in South Dakota in Wall Drug at one point. I don't know. But I was like getting hyped to go to Wall Drug because every couple miles on the interstate would say, oh, you're 30 miles away from Wall Drug, and we have this, this, and this. I'm like, okay. Oh, we're 30 miles, or you're 20 miles away. You got this, this, and this. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. I get there. It's about the size of fucking Storm Lake, Iowa, which isn't that big.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, it's all right. The shops look pretty good. But after, like, I went into the fourth shop, I'm like, this is the same shit as the last shop. Same stuff. Just a little bit of a difference. Like, I didn't... My siblings were, like, all about souvenirs and all that shit. All I got was a t-shirt and a knife that had my name on it. Like, that's the extent.
Yeah, I feel like when you get to our age of, like, once you get into your upper teenage years, it's like, it doesn't become about souvenirs. It's more about, like, the experiences that you're having. When you're younger, you want to buy stuff to show off. But when you get to, like, 19 and 20 and stuff like that, it's more of,
well, even like,
to say that you've been somewhere rather than, like, showing off what you got.
Well, yeah, and like my parents were just taking a shitload of, or it wasn't my parents, just my mom and my aunt with us, and yeah, we would take pictures literally everywhere. Like we went on the little Lewis and Clark. Like they had like a little trail that they stopped by the interstate. We went by that, took like 20 pictures, which was very unnecessary. I get that you want to capture the moment, but capture it with some cooler shit. Like,
yeah. Put a little filter on there, you know.
Yeah.
Throw a caption on there.
Yeah.
Maybe
just loving the view. Hashtag Mount Rushmore. Like, yeah. So, yeah, we get to the hotel. We just sleep there. It's all right. One night, so we get to the main hotel in Rushmore, because that's where we were staying. And my mom's like, oh, there's a hot tub if you want to come down. I'm like, okay, I might as well just relax. You know, we've been driving all day. Because we would, like, sightsee a majority of the day, and then we'd finally get to the hotel. So I get into the hot tub. It's not even that big. It's about the size of a kiddie pool. It's not big at all. So I'm in there, and my cousin's in there. And I see a sign that says, like, oh, no more than 8 people allowed. So I'm like, okay. And there's a little lifeguard just sitting there. I don't know why that he's posted there. I would hate to be him. But all of a sudden, I just see like a bunch of 12-year-olds walking up to the fucking hot tub. I'm like, oh Jesus. And they're like, oh man, let's just go over here. Let's go to the hot tub. Oh my God, Amanda, let's go to the hot tub. Oh my God. I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, hopefully this dude says something where it's like, oh, there's already 5 people in, you can't get in. He doesn't say anything. All 12 just jump in the hot tub. And I'm like, I hate myself right now. I want to drown right now. Like, I was about to go under the bubbles and never come up. It wasn't even warm. If it was warm, I would have stayed in. I was in the hot tub for about 5 minutes before I was like, fuck this, I'm out. And I just got out, went back to the hotel, and just dried off. I was like, ugh. But, yeah, the next day, we went to Mount Rushmore, which is the main reason why I went up to South Dakota. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah.
I feel like that's one thing that you go to and see it once, and then you're like, well, seen it.
Yeah.
It's just like a bucket list moment where you want to check it off, but then it's not like a, let's make an annual trip.
Let's do it again. Yeah. Because my mom and her siblings, my grandpa would take them up when they were younger. Like, this was the first time in, like, 20 years they went. Yeah. So, yeah. I'll wait 20 years to take my kids if I ever have any.
I feel like honestly. It's one of those things where it's like you go with your parents and then you take your kids up and then they take their kids up, but it's not like something that you want to go like every year and see it because it doesn't really change.
No, and I can't imagine living up there. Like, honestly, it's just like like Sioux Falls is like the biggest town there. Not even that big. It's about the size of Des Moines. Yeah. Like, it's just a bunch of little towns with shitty reception. I'm not going to complain about the reception because you're there to sightsee ultimately. Yeah. But, yeah. And, I mean, the mountain range is very beautiful. I'm about to sound like a basic white girl. But, like, you honestly go there for the views. Like, just hiking and looking at all the mountains and all that. Like, that's the best part. Yeah. Because you don't see that here.
One of my favorite trips that ever went on with my dad and I went to Colorado and went to Red Rocks Amphitheater, which is just this natural formed rock. It's supposed to have some of the best acoustics ever, like in the world. So we went there, which is really awesome because it's just these two giant rocks that you can see like just move up, and then there's a stage at the bottom. Yeah. And then we just explored some of the towns and like hiked on the mountains and stuff, which was the best part. We did go into Denver, but like Denver's a city, so I live in a city, so it's not that great. But when you're not around mountains all the time, it's nice to go out there and have the open air and all that stuff.
Yeah, that was like the good parts. There was a lot of shitty moments that happened. Like, so one of them. So we're in a park, and there's a sign that says, "Hey, don't fuck with the buffalo, or you will die." Something to that extent. I didn't read the sign. I know not to fuck with buffalo. Like, that's pretty obvious. And so we're in this park, and we see that there's a herd of buffalo going through. It looks like a scene from The Lion King when they're chasing Simba, the antelope or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Or the bulls or whatever. Well, everybody and their mom gets out of the car and starts walking up to the buffalo as they're running across the road. I'm like, are you high? Like, you're going to... Homie, come on. Come on. Like, it was just not... Like, honestly, like, I could have ended up on the news if I would have went a little bit closer. Like, I was pretty close. Like, I could see him from a distance, and I got pretty close, and I snapped a picture, but then I backed up because I saw that more were coming, and I was like, oh, shit. And then there was a bunch of cowboys up in South Dakota. I hate, dude. It's not even real cowboys. It's the cowboys that Tom Segura talks about in his stand-up, where it's the guy who just wears the cowboy hat for style, and then he just adopts the cowboy persona.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, man. It's like, we're in here, South Dakota. Oh, pew, pew. I'm an outlaw. Pew, pew, pew. Shut up. Shut up. I got to the point where, like, if I saw one more cowboy and they came up to me like, yee-hoo, we have a sale on 50% here in my store. Get on up, partner. I would just throat punch him straight. Just a
little nut tap.
Just a little.
At least there though, it's like kind of middle of nowhere stuff. It's more acceptable. But there's people that will walk in downtown Des Moines claiming to be a cowboy.
Going, yee-hoo.
Like, what are you wrestling? A Volvo?
Yeah.
Like,
get back in your Prius and drive back home, okay, buddy?
Yeah, you're not a cowboy by any means. Never will be, ever. So
do you know how many acres are on a ranch? You mean like a ranch house? What are you talking about?
A ranch dressing?
Oh no, that's not even getting to the worst part. So our last day before we come back to Iowa, we decided to go to Rushmore Cave. Pretty cool. Honestly, being in a cave, it's not bad at all. It was like 50 degrees down there, and it was like 100 and something outside. It was pretty nice. But the lady, our tour guide, was like, okay. She's like, if you're a little bit claustrophobic, there are a lot of tight turns. You need to suck it up and go through. Like, she was like, suck up your stomach and squeeze through for the larger folks. And I'm looking around the room, and I'm like, you're not going to make it. You're definitely not going to make it. I don't know why you're in this cave. There's like you know what a hip grandma is?
Yeah.
It's like a grandma with like a modern, let me talk to your manager haircut with tattoos.
And like buys her grandkids whatever they want just because she wants to kind of keep up with the times.
Yeah. She had like a Justin Bieber type of haircut from like a couple years. Like, it was an undercut, and then like the top was super long, and it was like, it looked like Josh's hair, how it was straight up orange. Like, it was bad. Like, you could tell it was supposed to be bleached, but it came out looking orange. And we're going through the cave, and already she's sweating, and I'm like, Jesus. And she's like, oh, back of my neck's all sweaty. It's going down to my back. And I'm like, oh, no. Like, she just starts rambling, and I'm like, you're not going to make it. I'm like, just turn. Like, the tour guide gave us so many opportunities for people who could not make it to turn around or like go a safer route. And she's like, no, I'm gonna go the route that everyone else is going. I'm like, why? Why are you torturing yourself? Please just
Why
stop.
are you torturing my eyes?
Yeah, no. And we had to go through this part. She's like, this is the steepest part of the cave. She's like, there's gonna be a little step ladder. Now, if you can't go up the step ladder, there's a way you can go around. And she's like, oh, I'm not gonna make it up that step ladder. She's like, but I'm gonna try. I'm like, stop. No one's encouraging you. Just stop. Stop. I'm not gonna catch you if you fall off this ladder. I'm gonna move out of the way, and you're gonna fall in this cave. She's climbing the ladder, and I'm right behind her. As soon as she gets to the top, I just hear, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, it's happening. So I quickly climb up the ladder, and she's standing over the garbage, just shaking her head. She's like, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, someone just gave her the Purple Heart already and send her on her way home. I'm like, this isn't going well at all. She's like, and the tour guy is like talking. He's like, do you want to go home? She's like, no. How hot is it in this cave? I am sweating. She's like, ma'am, it's 50 degrees in the cave.
Basically in an ice cooler, and this woman is just drenched.
She looks like she just fucking jumped in the hot tub with those 12-year-old girls I talked about earlier.
She was probably underwater.
Probably.
Oh, 12-year-olds.
Meanwhile, while she's yakking in the cave, there's an Asian family in front of me, and I'm not going to knock you Asian people, okay? I talked to a friend of mine, Kyle, and he told me this exactly. Like, this is how it goes for a lot of Asian people. They just love taking pictures and recording the moment. The dad of the group had 2 cameras. He had like a dollar store camera that you can get that's disposable, and then he had like a nice little Nikon. He was recording everything with the Nikon and snapping pictures with the other, walking slowly, and his kids were getting fed up like, man, you just let me walk through this cave, Dad? I don't want to take these pictures no more. And so like I was about to yell at him to hurry up because there's parts where like I'm just stuck in the cave, like cramped in. Yeah. He's like, oh, taking pictures and recording, and I'm like, hurry up, let's go, dog, come on, homie, let's keep it going. We gotta keep the caboose going. The train's still going. Let's go. I'm not getting lost in a cave today, no sir.
His kids are probably fed up. That's probably the 4th disposable camera he's used on this trip.
Probably.
Or that day, maybe.
Honestly, on God, it was annoying. Like, he would just stop and, like, we'd get separated from the group for a solid minute or two, and I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, can we keep going, please? That's my trip. That's, like, all the bad stuff that happened. Or not really bad, annoying.
Inconvenient.
Mm-hmm. Very large inconvenience in the cave. I've never heard anyone in my life make that noise. At first, I thought, like, something fell in the cave. I don't know why I thought that, but I heard, and I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, are we getting closed in? I'm like, what's happening? And then I hear, Grandma, are you okay? I'm like, Jesus.
Yakking it up.
Just give it up. As soon as I got to the top and she was shaking her head over the garbage, I'm like, oh, boy. It's one of those moments where you just can't laugh. Because if you do, you're going to look like the biggest asshole in the room. But you know everyone else is thinking it.
They're just thinking about themselves laughing like super hard. But in reality, they're like straight face.
Mm-hmm. What else do we talk about?
Well, you brought up how she had a Justin Bieber haircut.
Yeah.
And I just recently found out that Justin Bieber is engaged.
Yeah.
I did not know that until about 3 days ago.
I didn't either. Someone brought it up in the break room. And I was like, oh, okay. Whatever.
I also saw this quote by Selena Gomez that said, what she wants from her birthday from Justin Bieber is for him to leave her alone. She's like, I don't want him to reach out at all. I just want peace on my birthday. So I think that's the best way is for him to just not reach out and not say anything to me.
Damn. Should we? Oh my God! Should we talk about the Grandpa Joe meme?
Oh.
Okay, so I sent Nick this picture last night. I'm gonna pull it up right now, and basically it said, What is it? If my phone loads. Shitty Wi-Fi. It basically said biggest movie assholes of all time. And it had here it is, I have it. Okay, yeah, the biggest movie assholes of all time. It had Biff from Back to the Future, Buzz, the older brother from Home Alone, Forrest Gump's girlfriend, and then Grandpa Joe from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Or no, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And the caption says, Grandpa Joe can get fucked. And so you hit me back. You're like, how is Grandpa Joe an asshole? And I sent you another picture that basically is of Grandpa Joe. It says, the biggest bum in film history. He was on bed rest for decades, unable to work, but jumped out of bed to go to a goddamn chocolate factory.
And then I come back with the only time he should be hopping out of the bed to go to a factory is if he's turning in an application.
Oh my god, the caption just had me dead. Grandpa Joe can get fucked, and it's just a picture of him smiling.
I said, you sent something back that said, Joe, I'm too sick to help you, Charlie. I'm sorry. Charlie pulls out the golden ticket. Joe jumps out of bed. Yahoo, let's go. And I'd be like, bro, sit your bitch ass back down. I'm 11 years old, working my ass off to support this bum ass family.
4 of y'all sleeping in the bed.
Yeah. 4 of y'all wasting precious space, which I could solve that in an instant with a pillow. And then you just hop out on this gold ticket. Like, I did all the work to find it. Sit down.
That is so true. He just starts singing and dancing and jumps out saying, I got a golden ticket.
And they're so delirious, too, because he starts doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody in the room's like, oh, Joe, you're standing up. This dude's just fucking lazy. Like, that's like me laying in bed all day, and then I get out of bed, and my mom's like, oh, you're finally up. Like, it's the same
What do you
thing.
think was going to happen? I just don't wake up today?
I didn't really feel like it, but then I just got out of bed today.
I just felt like laying in bed all day.
Except this man did it for 10 years.
I think he was like 20. Did it for 20 years, Mom.
Let's just go with too many years.
Too many years laying in that bed. How'd you piss and shit laying in that bed? Did he just not get up to go to the bathroom?
I bet they just cut a hole in the bottom of the bed, and there's just like a bucket there, and he was just like, shit. Yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
It's actually Charlie sleeps underneath their bed, and he has to
Grandpa,
hold the bucket.
no!
Second harvest, that's what Charlie eats. He gives his grandpa all the food, and then he has to dig it out of the shit.
Speaking of shit, I was at the gym yesterday, and this dude was squatting, and he was telling me to spot him. He looked like he shit his pants. He was like,
How much was on?
He had 2 45s, and then he had 25s and 10s. I don't know. He had a shit ton. He's like, I'm just gonna do 2. Can you spot me? I'm like, all right. And he was like, come on.
I'd be like, bro, drop it.
I'm like, just stop. I'm like, stop. I'm like, I'm not gonna save you. I'm doing 25 on my squats. How do you think I'm gonna help you with this? That's not gonna work.
Sometimes, like, I understand it. It's a comfort level to have someone else behind you to, like, maybe help.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what the bars are there for. Like, there's 2 safety bars on the side that you can drop the weight on.
Yeah.
So
it's like, I'm not about to help you if you drop this on your neck like a chicken, bro.
You're done. Game over.
It just drops game over.
Oh, can you help me off the floor?
No, it says game over, homie. I can't do anything.
Best I can do is push start and redo this thing. The way I'm going to redo it is take weight off that you can actually do.
Grandpa Joe can get fucked. I cannot stop thinking about that.
I don't think he's gotten fucked in years. No wonder he's laying in bed. He's just waiting for somebody to come along. Unless he's doing that weird shit with Charlie shit.
You know what I've been thinking about lately, though, honestly? I don't know. I'm getting over Fortnite. It's fun, but, like, I'm not going to say who, but some people just play it too often, and then they just send me, like, a shit ton of invites. And it's like, I don't even feel like playing today, like, honestly.
Have you played the new stuff?
Yeah, like, barely, because my basement flooded where my Xbox was, I moved it up to my room, and I have a smaller TV, so I can barely read shit on that thing. Better let, like, I can't even, like, see anybody if they're, like, not in front of my face. So I've just been getting fucked.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the new stuff. I've seen
alright.
the trailers for it, and it looks fun, but it's definitely one of those things where it's like, if you play it too much, you're done.
Yeah, like, I'm only, like, level 8. Like, I just don't care.
I kind of got that way with Grand Theft Auto. Like, I played it so much for consistent nights in a row that I would just be like,
yeah,
it's fun, but I do definitely want to get back on. I haven't been on in a while, and they've added some new stuff that I want to.
Yeah, they're adding an update on Tuesday. It's like nightclubs and shit.
Yeah,
I'm about to get on that.
Also, we talked about this weekend possibly playing A Way Out, which is that prison game.
Yeah,
I was playing it with my dad, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Of course,
isn't that PS4 only though?
I think so.
September, homie.
Yeah, he grew up with like the AB joystick stuff, and then I think the newest console he had played before he got his PS4 was the PS2.
Yeah.
And he hadn't played in a while, so like explaining the controls and how the sticks work and stuff on the new generation stuff is kind of hard to explain.
God, your dad doesn't know how to play a PS4?
Yeah.
Jesus. God, what the hell, dude? I can play a PS4 with my eyes closed. Get on my fucking level. No, honestly, that's not like I can barely play a PS4 because I have an Xbox controller and like honestly, like it sounds stupid, but when I do play a PS4, I like have to adjust.
Yeah.
It's weird because I had a PlayStation 2 growing up for like a majority of my childhood. Then I finally got the Xbox and like that's all I played.
Yeah, I had to do that when I started. But once you kind of realize that the controls are pretty much the same for Xbox, it's just a little different.
Yeah.
Then you kind of get used to it. Like I've gotten to the point where for Xbox I don't have to look at the controller to know where the buttons are at, or like I don't have to look at the controller on PS4 to know what the buttons are at. But that's just because I've played enough to do that.
The reason why I said September in the beginning was because that's when I'm getting my PS4 in September.
Yeah.
Some point. I'm excited for that. I don't know. That's why I've been holding off because there was only like 2 or 3 games I'm getting for it, so I'm not like rushing to grab it.
That new Spider-Man game that's coming out for it looks pretty fun.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get the console that comes with it because you get the game and then it's like a red PS4.
Yeah.
I might get that. That looks sick. It has like 1 terabyte of storage or something like that, which is like what the normal amount is.
Yeah, that's what I have on mine as well.
Yeah, I might as well. Unless it ends up costing more than a regular PS4, then I might not get that. But
yeah, I don't know what what it's gonna look like as far as pricing goes for that. But
I can look it up now.
It's like an exclusive package, but who knows?
Let's see. Here we go. Hopefully it says how much it is. Okay. So at Best Buy it's $400, which is how much some of them are usually.
Yeah, I think the regular PS4s are closer to like $300 with tax.
Yeah.
So you'd just be paying like an extra $100 for the exclusiveness of it.
Yeah. I don't know if I would do that. If I can just get it for $100 for a regular one.
Well, I mean, you can get, I think the regular ones are like 3.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or 2, maybe. But
it's like 3 or like $350, depending on where you get it from.
I mean, technically, you'd really only be paying about $40 more for it because when that game comes out, it's gonna be $60.
Yeah.
So that would be like an additional $100 or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You got time to think about it?
Yeah, honestly, we'll see. Like, it looks dope though. Like, just to have something different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna get back on. I recently just got back on to GTA because I saw there's an update, and I was like, all right. It's like if you get on like in the next couple weeks, you get free money, and I was like, oh, okay. So I don't have to work my butt off trying to do missions and shit. So I'm at $1 million just from free money right now.
Yeah, I don't even know what I have for money, but
Probably more than me, honestly, because I spend a ton of money when I'm in that game.
I need to get back on and see kind of what's going on, but
Yeah.
I kind of want to get back on Fortnite and just try out the new stuff. I'm probably not going to buy the Battle Pass again. I bought the Battle Pass for last season, and
You only ended up using like one of the things for it or whatever.
And then we also ended up playing so much that like now I don't really want to play it as much anymore. So
That's me. Like, I got on and there's like a cool little Viking thing you could get for it.
yeah,
It wasn't even part of the Battle Pass. Like, you get like, it looked like the axe from God of War, and then it's like just a regular Viking, and I was like, oh, I'll get that. That's the only thing I've really bought. I bought the Battle Pass because I was like, why not? But I think when Season 6 comes out, I don't know if I'm going to be playing the game still, honestly.
yeah. One thing that's kind of killed it for me too is that like all the kids at KTC and Skyzone and stuff always do the emotes.
Yeah.
And it's one thing that gets like super old to see people. Well, not even just them. It's like even
Everybody
kids out
in public, yeah.
Any kid that's like 10 years or older is doing emotes.
Yeah.
And it's whack.
Well, like, I know October, like a ton of stuff, like a ton of new games are coming out. So, like, I'm looking forward to those instead of Fortnite. Like, we got Spider-Man, and then we have Red Dead 2.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Red Dead.
Yeah. It's basic, like, I like the fact that you can play online or you can play story mode. And it's like you can make your own cowboy and all that shit. Like,
is the online version for Red Dead supposed to be like GTA?
Supposedly, it's just going to be like kind of an upgraded version, except you're just in the Wild West.
My favorite part about that was when you could ride up next to people and boot them off their horse. That's like the best part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hope the online, like, there's not too much that's been released about it, so I don't know, like, what, like, all you can do or if they're, like, how you make money in that game. But I think it's just going to be like GTA online, and then story mode will just be fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just hope that I don't burn myself on it because I've been waiting for another Red Dead game for years.
That's one game that you could probably play like every once in a while and then take a break from it, and it would just never get old.
Well, I feel like after Red Dead comes out, they're not going to focus on GTA so much anymore because like they've been they've barely been pushing out updates. Like, I remember like the past 2 years, they were just pushing updates out every month.
Well, I remember when GTA, like even recently, there would be three or four updates within a couple months, and I think this is the first update in probably 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
So
like the first really big one. Like usually like now they'll just do an update and like release like a car and that's it.
Or they'll do like the holiday ones. Like I think they did a July 4th one, and I'm sure they'll probably do like whatever Valentine's and stuff like that. But
yeah, I'm excited for this nightclub one because it just looks a lot different. Like, I know it's like you own your own nightclub and you sell drugs, just like how it's like with the other businesses.
Yeah.
And I have an office and I want to sell it because I never use it. I never even bought a business or anything. Like, I'd rather just chill in the nightclubs and get the new cars and that's it, and do some of the missions. That's all I really want to do.
I think they made it a little hard to like
do anything. Everything's too overpriced.
Make everything too expensive, and then you don't get enough money from the missions to do it. Like, you have to sit there for hours on end playing, and like I don't want to sit and do missions for 6 hours just to
or
get
like
something.
Buy like some $50 gift cards to get like just $8 million. It's like I'm not gonna spend money to get money in a game.
Yeah, I don't want to spend real money to get fake money.
Yeah, I remember when it first came out. Like barely any of the cars were in the millions. Now all the cars are like $3 or $4 million.
Yeah, I remember when it was like just apartments. There was no houses.
Mm-hmm.
And like the most expensive car was like $1 million even.
Yeah.
And it was still reasonable, like where you would make
You'd have
100,000 on a mission, and it would take like maybe an hour.
Yeah.
To make the money for it. And now it's like everything is 6 to 7. Like I think a yacht not pimped out, it's like $8 million.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Like I'm not, and I heard like that's just a waste of money because people don't even use it. Like they get hyped for it and they just buy the new stuff, and then like after a while they're like, oh, this isn't cool. Like The Office, I don't even go to it anymore because I bought The Office and I'm like, okay, it's just another house basically.
Yeah.
And I didn't buy the garage because I didn't have enough money. It's like, well, I'm not about to buy the garage because
the garage is the one that has like the spiral.
Yeah, and it's like
right?
$1 million for the garage, or like $2 million, and I'm like, I'm not gonna waste that money.
It's crazy that you'd have to pay like $2 million for the garage, but then to fill it up, you'd have to have like a multitude of money because like all the cars cost about the same amount.
Yeah, or like you'd have to move all your other cars into that, and it's like.
I think if you buy a house for like $1 million, you should be able to sell it for the same price, especially with how expensive stuff is. Because they'll only sell, if you sell it, they only give you about 50% of the profit back.
Like, and the only way you can sell it is by buying a new one.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I like don't want I want to get my money back on The Office, but I don't know if there's a way that I can sell it or get rid of it and get my money back without buying something else. But
yeah, I don't know if there is either. I think they.
Because I know, like, the thing I like about Fortnite is you can get a full refund on your actual coins. You only get 3, though.
Yeah.
So I bought a skin that I didn't like, and I didn't feel like paying money, and I'm like, all right, I'll just return this. But you only get 3 returns, so now I only have 2. And it's like, all right, whatever.
I think it's pretty rare that you buy something you don't like on there, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, three returns is pretty reasonable.
It's pretty good, but even if it's, like, something small that you don't like, it's like $200, like, that'd be shitty to waste one.
I feel like if you buy a skin that you don't like, you should be able to return it for free. But if it's like something big, then it would, like a glider or something.
Yeah.
Then that's like a different story.
Yeah. Well, I returned the skin and it came with like a backpack or whatever, and it was like 2,000 V-Bucks, and I was like, all right, I'll just use my thing and return it, and I got all my money back, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty good. I didn't get my real money back. I got the money in the game back, which I was like, all right.
But I mean, like, at least you can spend it again.
Yeah. And then I did spend it.
Yeah.
I just got a message from Josh asking if I was going to jump tonight. Tonight might not be the night, Josh. Sorry when you're listening to this, but I'm going to reply with, we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely can't jump tonight because I thought that I was going to be in Minnesota all the way up until Sunday.
And you took the weekend off?
So I took the weekend off, and I asked for the weekend off. So if I go in and jump, I'm going to get kicked in the ass.
Literally. Just a
swift kick right to the gooch.
How long have we been going for on this one today?
We're at 43 minutes right now.
All right. Is there another topic you want to bring up? You just spent a good chunk on video games.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, actually. Like, that might be the topic for this week.
Vacations and video games.
On God. Honestly. Yeah.
Those are 2 great topics, actually. Let's go back to vacation real quick.
All right.
So we've been talking about going to somewhere.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows
where we're going to go.
Yeah. There's definitely like the easy route of going to Kansas City, but then there's like some harder routes where we'd maybe have to fly or something or drive a long ways. But I think it would be cool to maybe ask for like either in the comments or I'll link the email and maybe send us some some ideas of places to go. Maybe
let them decide. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe do like a little totally rad viewers can decide where we go. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Watch them pick fucking Alaska. I swear to God.
Yeah. I'll veto that one real quick. I'll be like, no.
No, thank you.
I think the last thing I want to mention is how we talked about Outcast at the beginning. Yeah, I think the main thing would just be staying tuned for that.
We'll definitely put some on Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna talk about it. Make some designs and everything, and then we'll get some like t-shirts printed and stuff, and then we'll be ready to.
We'll get some polls ready on some. We'll have some designs and have some polls over which ones that should stay and go. And someone mentioned this last night. We need to make a Instagram account for this podcast, so I'll get on that.
Yeah, we can make an Instagram for that, and then also I think once we get some of the designs or even some of the shirts in, we could use the main channel as like a. Mm-hmm. We got these shirts in.
We can be like the Pauls, dude. Just whore ourselves out for our merch.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Merch link in the bio.
Buy our merch.
Link in the fucking bio.
Merch. Buy my merch.
The thing that makes it noticeable for them, I feel like, is that they say it at the most unopportune times. It's not like even cleverly snuck in there. It's
man, there's a body in a forest. Hey, buy my merch. Let's go.
Dude, this body in the forest would look way better if it had a Logan Paul shirt on. Merch link in the bio.
Did you see their dad got assaulted?
Assaulted?
Yeah, I got hit in the back of the Chrome Dome. Because, you know how they're doing boxing matches and whatnot? Yeah, after one of the matches, he just got smacked up by one of, what's his name? KSI or whatever? He got smacked by one of his fans. But, dude, that press conference was whack. Basically, when they came here to L.A., Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they got the crowd wild up because, you know, LA's where they're at, so they're going to have the most fans there. Yeah. They went to the UK, they just got booed automatically by everybody because that's where KSI is from. Yeah. So basically, KSI was just roasting Logan the whole time. Logan didn't say anything, and he just left.
Really?
Yeah, he just walked out from the press conference.
That's whack.
Yeah.
So you brought up boxing, and it made me think of this Instagram post that Conor McGregor just posted a couple days ago, and I'll show it to you here real quick if I can pull it up.
All right.
It's this one, and everybody in the comments is talking about how this man has got a full boner.
I saw that. Was that when he was posting the picture and he's wearing some red underwear? Yeah, I saw that picture, and he has a full bone dog just
that's
chilling.
What everybody's saying. They're like, dude, come on, mate. You're posting a half. You're posting a half chub here.
Well, it's like, why would you? Well, we know why he did it. Yeah, he just likes to mess with people. Well, it's like, hey, this is what I use every night.
Yeah, and he's like. He said in an interview once that his confidence comes from his big Irish balls. But, the last time I heard about something like that was when he was at a weigh-in and he took his...
Yeah, was it the Mayweather weigh-in?
The Mayweather one,
and he had a boner.
And he had a boner during it. People were like, bro.
That's the most intimidating shit, though. You just have a straight bone dog and you just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and you just have a straight face. You're trying to act all tough. But
that'd be terrifying.
Yeah, I'd be like,
okay,
let me put my sweatpants back on.
Wait, why did they come off?
Well, because he goes down to his underwear.
No, I was talking about you.
Well, if I was at a weigh-in,
okay. Just clarifying that.
Yeah. I'm not just at my house.
With your sweatpants off, Conor McGregor just busts through your door.
Yeah.
Where are my Lucky Charms?
Give me your belt.
First of all, why are you in my room? Second of all, is that a boner? I'm just going to put my pants back on.
Or you can put yours back on. Either way.
I mean, you can take my pants, man. Fuck it. Just if you need them, just hit me up, homie. I got you. All day, every day, I'll hit you up with some pants. Don't even worry about it. Free of charge. Just take them.
While we're on the topic of that, well, not that, but
free
UFC
pants.
And fighting,
okay.
UFC and fighting and stuff. I kind of think that the UFC is becoming like the WWE. And the thing that makes me say that is my dad sent me a tweet or an Instagram post recently of this guy that wins a fight, and Joe Rogan comes in to interview him, and he's like, let me get this mic for a second. And he starts doing a fucking monologue, which is a total WWE moment.
Are you Syndrome from The Incredibles, bitch? Why are you monologuing?
Yeah. I'm going to catch you monologuing and knock your ass out. But I I feel, and then I was on ESPN this morning, and I clicked on MMA, and I was scrolling through, and there's WWE headlines like tied in with on their page.
Really?
Yeah, so I think that it's becoming like not necessarily the fighting's becoming fake, but they're definitely
like the
scripting like the beef and the shit like that.
I can see that.
I feel like Conor got off a little easy as well, based on the way that they were talking to begin with, and now all of a sudden like he's fine and he's gonna be fighting pretty soon.
Yeah.
So
I just saw a picture. Just I'll show it to you later.
For sure.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. I could see how them possibly making fake beef would boost ratings. Because, like, oh, you don't know what he's going to say to this fighter and what they're going to do. It's like, damn.
Yeah, my dad had brought that up before about how he thought it was becoming fake like WWE. And I was like, I mean, I could see it, but I'm not fully convinced. And then he sent me that post of like let me get the mic for a second. And I was like,
hey,
this is totally fake.
Let me get the mic for a second. Hey.
Let me get the mic, man.
Get your hands off my mic,
get out
bitch.
of the ring. You'll do fucking nothing. One of my favorite Conor McGregor moments is when he's in the big press conference and somebody asks him a question. They're like, who on that stage right now do you think would give you the toughest fight? And some dude picks up the mic and he's like, right here, it's me. And he turns around and looks at him and he's like, who the fuck is that guy? He's like, who the fuck is that? He's like, you'll do fucking nothing. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Oh, man.
I just like to watch his press videos because some of the shit he says is hilarious.
I just saw this picture that you liked as well on Instagram. It says, "Yo ass be lying if you say you never started a song over when you pull up to so a motherfucker can hear it."
Yeah.
That's what I do every time when I pick you up. When I think I got a banger on, I just restart it, and then you get in the car.
Sometimes I'll pause the song down the street, and then I'll pull in, and then when you walk out, I'll like start it.
Yeah. Everybody does that. You want to show off that you got bars on your phone.
Yeah, you don't want to be sitting here with like these weak ass songs. You want to show you got bangers for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. You don't got bangers, I'm not getting in your car, homie. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, honestly. Speaking of bars, so recently, well, it's been a couple months. I dyed my hair a little bit blonde. I did like blonde highlights.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Dworick, or I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Josh is like literally the only person that knows how. And then Jamba, we all dyed our hair in blonde in some way. And they proposed the idea of this group called the Gas Boys.
Yeah.
This rap group.
We were making rhymes on Xbox.
Yeah,
like a bunch of 13-year-olds.
Fire bars. Just these like fire bars. And so maybe stay tuned for that. Maybe a Gas Boys single will come out at some point, but who knows? Because it's been all talk lately. So we'll see.
I feel like nothing's gonna happen.
Outkast is a for sure.
Outkast is a for sure. It's
Gas
going down.
Boys is a maybe. Yeah. I think we can kill it.
Oh hell sure. Yeah!
If we get it going, I think we can kill it.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add before we wrap this up soon?
I don't think I have anything else I want to.
Yeah, we kind of came unprepared today because of all this shit that happened, but
we came unprepared, but I think we really narrowed it down to two good topics.
Smacked it out of the ballpark.
Yeah, we killed it for sure. For sure. Let's do our to close it out, the typical shout out we do to ourselves like every time.
Oh yeah, speaking of shout outs though, our friend Double X, or we know him as Ben, but Double X on YouTube.
Yeah.
He gave us kind of a slight shout out, and I told him that I would give him one back. So go check out Double X on YouTube. Vlogs, very entertaining, very funny guy. I highly recommend him.
Yeah,
honestly.
I'll put his.
He shows the funny shit in Iowa. When it flooded here, it was pretty funny what he did.
Yeah, I'll put his channel in the description for sure.
Yeah.
Go check him out. Does he have an Instagram for that account?
No, it's just his regular Instagram account.
All right, I'll link his regular Instagram account in the bio as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There you go, homie. All right.
Other than that, we are Totally Rad Podcast. Hopefully, we won't be away for a month and a half.
It'll be 3 months again.
For the 3 months for the 4th episode. Hopefully, it comes in soon.
Yeah. We'll narrow it down to a topic next time.
Yeah.
Like we have a bunch of ideas. Stay tuned for the YouTube channel. We have something coming on the way.
Stay tuned for the main channel. Stay tuned for Outcast for sure. But we got some dope shit coming.
Oh hell yeah, I would say that.
Oh for sure.
All right, I'm Wesley Duke.
I'm Nick Fine.
If you have any questions, you can email them to us or DM us on Instagram. And that's Totally Rad Podcast.
Peace.